Yo, you ever expect this place to actually give a shit about our mental health?
Well, our
Who's that
schools
Dreamboat?
made national news. Maybe they figured they'd look even worse if they didn't do anything for us.
And Dr. what's his name?
Oh no!
Yeah, wasn't that guy just basically clowning
I
it
didn't
up
know
on
about
stage?
that. That's so
Do you really
sad.
think he'll do us any good?
Ryuji.
Hey there. Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san, right? And that must make you.
How do you
How do you know
our
our names?
Well, I was informed of certain students before beginning my tenure here. Those that had, previous interactions with Mr. Kamoshida. It must have been especially tough for you after having just transferred here.
He was such a nice guy, yeah.
I can definitely believe that.
So, what do you want with us?
Ah yes, I'd forgotten. I know I already offered my services to the student body earlier, but would you three be interested in counseling?
Nope, not at all.
Huh?
How's that surprising?
You were just a touch more emphatic about it than I'd expected. But if you come to my office, you can have free snacks. All you can eat. Would be nice, but there's still plenty to be had. So, how about it?
Tell me more about these snacks.
Hey, don't fall for that.
To be frank, I've been explicitly ordered to provide counseling to the students directly involved with Mr. Kamoshida. It's in the school's interests. For its students.
Ah, the
School's interests, huh?
I know that asking you to be open with a complete stranger like myself is a lot. Making this mandatory wouldn't do you any good either. Might as well turn it into a worthwhile experience. Ooh, I know. If you attend my counseling sessions, I'll teach you different ways to improve your mental acuity. Like ways to hone your concentration before exams, or not getting nervous on dates. How's that sound?
Mental training. These activities.
There's also
So
snacks.
snacks.
All right.
Enough of those snacks. Yeah, no, I get that.
Which way are you leaning?
I'm gonna do it.
I guess it'd just be more trouble for us if we didn't go.
Yeah.
Really? Then I guess it's a deal. I'll be in the nurse's office. Feel free to come by whenever it's convenient for you.
Well, we should get going.
Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks for taking my counseling into consideration. Now that we have a deal, I promise I'll do my best to help you.
But his snacks are what drove me to do it. That's right! Snackies! Snackies are important. Oh my god.
It's hard to believe an ordinary high school student could accomplish such grandiose heists. One would need a heart of steel, unaffected by outside influences, and prepared to act without hesitating. There has to be someone who helped strengthen your mental state.
Oh my god.
Sound like somebody you know?
I'm not gonna rat out my psych!
Name.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity.
It's just another boy to romance.
With the birth of the Counselor Persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Like I said, we're doing the all boys route. We're gonna max out all the boys. Except for Igor. Because I don't care about Igor.
All right. So hold up, dude.
Sorry for keeping you like this.
Well
Well
then.
then.
Okay, quiet
Yeah,
down.
I know. Addendum to earlier assembly regarding the counseling you've been offered. The counsel will be available to you to start after school tomorrow at the nurse's office. Only be posted through November, so be sure to speak to him as soon as you feel the need. For the majority of you, it's your choice whether or not to see him, but there are a few students I'll speak with later. The school's decided visits to be mandatory for these individuals. You guys gonna go for it? What, the counseling? Kinda sounds like we're being forced to. I told America I'd do it too, but if I'm gonna like the idea, you know, let's just do it. Yeah. Probably better not to draw more attention to ourselves anyways. We can try tomorrow. Or today. Yep. Counseling, hey. Yep. Okay. Have a good one, DV Shadow.
Yes. Welcome.
You here for the counseling session? Yeah. Is now a bad time? Not at all. It's always a good time, so long as I'm not already listening to a student. I'm glad you're here. Would you care for a snack? Oh, he actually does have like a little snacky.
Well, shall we begin?
Oh, but first, just relax, alright? I'm only here to listen to whatever you wish to talk about. Sure.
Yes.
Although I really am only having one thing on my mind right now anyways. Yes. I'd say that makes perfect sense. Don't force yourself into talking with me. Just grab some snacks and be on your way if you wanted. No, it's alright. I know I need to talk to someone about this anyways. That is, if you're willing to listen. Super long story. Absolutely am. Take all the time you need. Aww. I see. That's such a horrible thing to do to someone. Yes, that's why I wanted to get even with him. For Shio. And? At first I thought Kamoshida ought to be faced the same fate Shiho was going to put herself through, but... Later I realized it wasn't right. If he did take his own life, it wouldn't undo Shio's suffering, in fact. It would just give him the easy way out.
Right.
Is that so? You know, you're quite the wise, level-headed young woman. Well, you think... I think you've got that wrong. That wrong, yeah. Nope, in fact, I think you're wiser than I was at your age. Wasn't anywhere near as mature as you are now. It's not like I did anything special, though. If I hadn't gone through with my own share of hell, I don't think I'd be mature either. I see. So what's on your mind now? Right now?
Let me think.
I'm just hoping Shio will get better quickly. We both suffered a lot, but I just want to get back to laughing and having fun together like we used to. At this point, I don't give a rat's ass about Kamoshida. Now that's a healthy outlook. You can't change the past, but you can still, but you still want to keep your chin up and pressed onward. Is that the gist of it? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it's definitely be better if none of this had happened at all, but definitely agree with you there. It's impossible to wipe everything tragedy from history. If only that right. Everyone would be much happier if we could actually do that. Oh, it seems I've lost track of time. We should wrap things up here for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. No, thank you. I feel a ton better now. It's all off my chest. It's good to hear.
Okay?
You deserve it. Feel free to stop by anytime.
Okay, I'm gonna get going.
I really wish these were voiced. Yeah, me too. Well, I went to the counseling. You're going too soon, right, Akira? How'd it go? Honestly, it wasn't as rough as I was expecting. I think you should just go and give it a shot. It's easier to talk to than you'd think. Okay, see you tomorrow.
How are you?
Ah, hello! You here for a session as well? That's right. Is that so? He's a wonderful counselor. I'm actually going to see him for a while before he ever came to Shujin. I didn't know you two were acquainted. And don't go overselling me too hard, though. I'm really nothing special. Well, I need to get going. Please excuse me. Oh, so those two are tied together, huh?
Alright then.
Alright, what do you say we get started? Welcome. Thanks for coming. Made a deal. Well, try to make sure it's worth the trouble. Thank you. I've gotten a good grasp of the situation you're in. Well, full disclosure, the school gave me a brief rundown of the circumstances surrounding your transfer here. I'm doing okay now. But you weren't before, I take it. Try not to push yourself too hard, okay?
So...
You've told me more than about yourself. I think I've realized something. It seems like you're largely been able to reconcile your initial world with the external one. Should note, that's really truly impressive. Even more adults can't reliably manage that. How to put it? You know how everyone in the internal reality, some competition with themselves they're striving for? Like, you want to be a model student, or wanting to be loved and relied on, that kind of thing. But that idolized reality is the one that actually often far apart. The gap is responsible to a lot of people's pain. Not everyone can ace their exams, and not everyone can be the heroes they wish they could be. You've already been through so much. That kind of suffering is usually enough to twist a person up into dark places. But you're standing up to it, and confronting a tough, painful reality. To me, that's incredibly admirable. Then again, maybe that's just a little weird of me to hear a guy that you just met, huh? But it sounds right. Even the deflecting self-deprecation, you really are strong.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's see. Sorry, it went on longer than I expected. Somehow this conversation just took on a life of its own, I guess. Hey, I've actually got one last request on... Do you mind? I'm actually doing a certain research along with my duties as a counselor. It's not quite like counseling, more like type of psychological treatment. Basically, it's a project to learn more about people's metaphysical hearts. What do they think? How they feel?
How about it?
If you get far enough with it, I think we'll be able to help a lot of people, so... It's what? Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I guess my point is, I'd like to ask if you would help with that research. All you'd have to do is listen to my theories and tell me if they spark any ideas or realization on your end. Please, any time is good for me. I can work around your schedule. Got any good snacks, too. You can have them. They're yours. Well, okay. Really? Yes, you're a lifesaver. Let's see. I know, maybe I can teach you some tips about mental training. The subject, I'm sure I can cook up something special regime for you. If you're dedicated enough, you can draw out your full potential.
Thank you.
Yay!
All right. I know.
Alright. Would it be okay if we trade contact information? Contact you and got time. Sounds good.
Now. All right. Well, see you.
Man. Good night. Well then.
so sleepy.
I ended up pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last day of exams.
Staying up studying?
Nah, I gave up on the exam. I was playing some games, and then before I knew it, it was morning.
How manly.
It's what I always do. No matter how many times I fail, nothing's gonna change.
Morning.
I don't really care right now,
Who else
Carrot
is
Top.
yawning?
I'm just trying to get through the exam
Exam
things.
over, so I thought I'd make one last effort across the finish line.
Impressive, Lady Ann. You're quite different from this stupid monkey I know.
Huh?
Thank you, though.
That crap? Your brain's tiny compared to mine.
Size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know.
What was that?
Will you please shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I remember. Huh? Am I imagining things?
What's wrong?
What? You see a groper or something?
No, that's not it. It's nothing.
There he is. There's the creepy man.
Oh my god, that guy got off. Isn't this bad? Hey, at least act like you care.
Fine. Come on.
Huh?
Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
I'm not that.
Is there something you want?
That's my line. You are the one stalking me.
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I know you've been following me ever since the train.
That's because...
My goodness. I had wondered why you left the car, so this is where your passion led. All is well that ends well.
Creepy laugh.
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you. I didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
Okay.
What?
You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please, won't you
Wait a minute.
be the model for my next art piece?
Model?
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking, but I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else.
Unforeseen boy.
This man's highly suspicious.
Ain't this a recruit for some shady business?
Will you cooperate with me? What do you say?
Hold your horses. Who are you anyways?
Oh, where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division. My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm Madarame Sensei's pupil, and I am being allowed residence at his place. I'm striving to become an artist.
Huh? Do you mean that Madarame? The one who was on Good Morning Japan the other day?
The very same.
You know who that is?
He was introduced as a super famous Japanese-style artist who's been recognized all over the world. But we heard that name the other day in Mementos.
Yusuke!
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right there.
That old guy's Madarame?
Madarame Sensei's exhibition will begin at the department store near the station tomorrow. I'll be there to help out on opening day. please come by. It'd be great if you could give me your answer in regard to being a model then. I bet you have no interest in the fine arts, but I'll give you tickets too. Well then, I hope to see you there tomorrow.
That guy's as easy to read as a book. You're not planning on going, are ya?
I think I will. Crap, look at the time. I'll see you later.
How dare he go after Lady Ann? I've memorized that face of yours, Yusuke.
Gonna scratch you up! Scratch, 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 scratch.
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance? That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth. So be it. What I want to know most is your method. It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him. He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children. But he'd been covering his tracks for years.
I like that he's the one that she's more upset about.
Span of time.
Dot.
Fine. Let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure, like you've said. If so, a different suspicion arises. People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April. Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too. Were you related to those as well?
I don't know.
I see. Fine. Let's get back to Madarame's case. Keep it concise and stick to the facts.
I just find it funny, because this game is like, most of it is telling her about what happened, and then like, it's so long that it's like, there's no way this actually happened in an interrogation session.
No way.
Okay.
It's over.
It's over. How about you?
I'm feeling confident.
You
Traitor.
Anyways, can we stop talking about the exams? Like it or not, they're gonna come back graded next week. Rather than focus on stuff that's over with.
What are you looking at?
The usual site. It's no use. There ain't any useful info. Number of posts are getting less and less too.
I am not letting this end as a one-hit wonder, okay?
There's no point in getting antsy, though. I know. Why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day.
I want sushi then, or domestic raised eel.
We don't have that much left. Oh, right! There are those tickets to Madarame's exhibit. Wait, that's tomorrow.
Don't tell me. Was it love at first sight with that Yusuke guy?
It's not like that.
Of course not.
When I was watching that special on TV, his artwork was pretty nice. Plus, we've got
Cat, chill out, exactly.
Besides, this could also be related to what we heard in Mementos.
Madarame, was it?
I'm curious too.
That aside, what should I do about the other 2 tickets? Want to go appreciate some fine arts for once?
Fine arts, huh?
I suggest we should all go together. Appreciating the fine arts builds character. A phantom thief who can't identify an original is lame.
Everyone's going.
It's settled then.
Should be fun.
Just the phrase going to an art exhibit sounds kind of mature. Let's meet at the exhibit entrance tomorrow.
Alright, I want to save, please. I don't want to go through that cutscene. Tomorrow we're going to the exhibit with Lady Ann. I'm curious about Madarame. Okay, good. So I keep thinking about, Kasara said, thinking about the famous artist Madarame. That sounds about right. Seconded. Great, the name really stood out to me. Yeah, I mean, the guy's never heard someone else called Madarame. And it's really not common at all. Say, culprit. You're a teacher who treats people like tools. Life probably pretty terrible. Gotta look into this. Alright, so we're gonna save.
I'll just add this.
Ah, there we go.